Good morning, everyone. Today I decided that I would bring you along with me on my hour of power in the morning. So let's get right into it. So you might be wondering, what is an hour of power? So my hour of power every morning is where I do things for myself, self-care in the sense of your mind. This can be reading your Bible. This can be meditating. This can be spending time outside. This can be maybe picking all natural fruits and vegetables. This can be different things for your own health. So for me, a list of things that I do in my hour of power every morning is I read my Bible. According to my Bible study, I have my book and I do my journaling. This is where you would do your journaling prompts, inner shadow work, and different things like that. And then I also have my meditating as well, which I prefer to do all of my meditating outside. Now, it might be like 50 degrees outside right now or something, so I literally just have on a sweater, but I find that regardless of how cold it is outside, when I meditate outside, just being outside in nature and the cold air is what grounds me and really helps me. So this is what I do for my hour of power. And actually the term hour of power and how I kind of started doing it, I actually kind of just started doing these things as part of a morning routine. And then I was listening to an audiobook online, and it said, I really don't know the name of the audiobook, but I found it online. If I find a link, I will definitely link it in the description because I want to credit the author of that book. And it was a book about changing your mindset, and he called it an hour of power. And I said, wait, that's what I do in the morning. It's like an hour where I do all these things. Sometimes I take several hours. I take several hours, but I'm gonna just guide you guys along the different things that I do. And if you guys wanna do it with me while watching the video or try it tomorrow morning, you definitely can. Usually I do this a lot earlier. I'm a little sick, so it's a little later today, but I'm still prioritizing myself, and I decided I'd come out and do it still. I have therapy in about an hour and a half, so we're just gonna get right into this and do what we gotta do, okay? So meditation wise, I like to go on YouTube and look for something that's speaking to me right now. So for example, one popped up that says morning gratitude, start your day with gratitude, a morning guided meditation. And then under that, I actually have a Bible verse of the day that says, cause me to hear your loving kindness in the morning, for in you do I trust. Cause me to know the way in which I should walk, for I lift up my soul to you. And it's so funny because the times that these Bible scriptures come, it's crazy. Like building my brand right now, I do want some guidance. So this was very cool to see. But we're gonna do the morning gratitude one. So the channel that I'm following, this is Great Meditation channel. And yeah, I'm sure you guys know how to meditate, or if you don't, there's different ways of meditating also. So like I do, obviously I'm a Christian, so I read my Bible and different things like that, but I also like to meditate, but I make sure that the meditations that I'm doing aren't like there's different kinds of meditation, you know? So the ones that I'm doing are more just of mindfulness. So I'm taking a moment to be still and check in with myself, see how I'm feeling, envision, you know, good things that I'm looking forward to, that I want to happen, my clothing brand, me successful, just thinking of good things, you know? And I like to sit here on my patio. I also didn't show you guys where I am, so I'll show you my little setup for today. But other times I kind of want to sit on the ground because I want to feel nature and like realize like I am present. Like don't be up in your head, be here in this moment. So let me just show you guys my setup real quick. So this is my setup for today. I'm in my backyard at the rock fire pit. So this is my journal that I have, my Bible and the thing to follow it with the readings, my phone. I got some Gatorade so I'm not dehydrated since I am a little sick still. And this is my view. We like to hang out here when I have barbecues and stuff. And then I'm literally right by the trees, so I love that. And it's like an open area, so It's pretty good. Okay, so we can do a few seconds of this meditation together as well. So I'm gonna start it, and if you want to meditate with me, you can. I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm gonna do a little snippet of everything that I do so you guys can follow along and try an hour of power in your morning as well.
Trust yourself and what feels right to you at this time.
I like to just feel the wind blowing around me.
Either way, begin to allow the awareness to start to become more and more present.
And just feel the energy around
how
me.
it feels. Savoring every sip of air you breathe.
Okay guys, so now that we are done with meditation, we are going to move on to journaling and reading the Bible. So I don't do it in any particular order, but I'm thinking we read the Bible first according to the year-long Bible study. So that's usually like, I think like 2 chapters or so, and then from there we'll go on and journal and do some inner work, shadow healing, and yeah. So this is my book that a very close friend of mine got me. It's called The Bible in 52 Weeks. Clearly I'm behind, but not exactly. I just sometimes like to read whatever I want on my phone, and then other times I'll follow this study book. So for today, I have to read Exodus 30 to 32. I like to read and annotate. So for example, instead of just reading it, I'll annotate everything. So for example, a cubit shall be the length thereof, and a cubit the breadth thereof. 4 square shall it be. We're still on the uninteresting part about how to build a tabernacle. So you guys don't have to follow me for this part. This is a journey I have to take myself. But I'll just annotate it like this. And then journaling. Let me show you what I do for journaling. For journaling, this can be a check-in. How am I feeling right now? Rate it 1 to 10. What can I do to bring that to a 10? This can also be inner shadow work, healing things. This can be writing a note to yourself when you were younger, in a very traumatic experience, saying the words that you needed to hear but didn't get to, so that you can heal and move on from it. This can be a lot of different things, honestly. There was a great YouTube video that I watched by YouTuber Tamcor, and she gave a whole list of different inner shadow work that you can do. This can also be writing out your goals, maybe making short-term plans of it. So for my business, I wrote out some of my goals that I want to get done. For example, getting a sample of my outfits. We're making progress with that, by the way. We are. I just want it very high quality, and I am on a budget, but I rather the quality. If I have to fork out, I'll just take a risk and do that. I don't always meditate here. Sometimes I go with my dog and I walk far out to a big open field, and I like to meditate there. I think it's perfect because I just have the wind blowing, the sun shining on me, and I'll do my meditation there. My dog will just sit in the field, walk around if he wants. For today, we're gonna check in. We're gonna see what I can do to bring myself to a 10. We're gonna write some short-term goals that I want to work on, because this is what I'm gonna do after therapy throughout the day, what I'm gonna work on today, contacting my manufacturers about. The other thing that I like to do during this time is reading. So for example, right now I haven't been reading the 2 physical copies of books that I was reading. I kind of took a break from those. At nighttime, maybe before I go to bed, I might do some more, but I've been so invested into my business that I haven't really, like nighttime I've just been designing even more until I go to bed. But or taking a break of self-care and watching like an hour of Netflix or something. Currently I'm watching Gossip Girl because I never saw the original one. But another thing that I like to do is audiobooks. So the audiobook that I told you guys, I saw an amazing audiobook that even gave me this name, Hour of Power. But the audiobook that I'm listening to currently is Rich Dad Poor Dad, and I like to take notes while I watch it, because you don't just want to listen to it and have it pass through your ears. You want to write it down, because when I'm doing my notes for my business, I can turn the book and look back to my notes, and you know what my notes say? I'm thinking, oh my gosh, like maybe I should get a job so I'll have more money for this. But my book said, People exchange time for money out of fear and continue to accept pay that they are displeased with and fall into the cycle. They pay higher taxes and have more debt even though they make less money. They continue to trade their time for money out of fear. And this comes back to the fear of not having money and also the desire to have money. Instead of having money work for them, they continue to work for money. And that's not what I want. That's from Rich Dad Poor Dad as well. So if you haven't read it, honestly, like, I know a lot of the teachings from it, but I figured I need to read it for myself. I can't just go off of what people tell me and what I've learned from the book. I do have the physical book, but I figured, you know, times when if you can't find time to sit down and read, you should. But if you're very busy and you can't find the time to do it, it's as simple as, like, while I'm moisturizing my hair, I can listen to the audiobook on my phone. So that's why I prompted for that method. I decided I actually am going to do a shadow work prompt today because I have a link and it's 100 shadow work journal prompts for healing, self-awareness, and growth. And why not add more of that to my day? So I'm gonna pick a question off the list, right? Let's see. If you guys want the link to this, comment and let me know and I'll drop it so we can all work towards this together. 5 self-care activities that make you feel safe and secure. We're going to listen to Rich Dad Poor Dad. So let's get into it, listen, and take some notes.
Most likely, an increase in cash will just result in an increase in spending. What is missing from their education is not how to make money, but how to manage money.
I forgot one very important thing, one very important part that I usually do. I don't know how I forgot it, but gratitude. Let's list some things that we're grateful for. So after meditating, I just feel so much more at peace. Mornings for me used to be, this year, I mean, was a crazy year for me. Mornings would be met with like anxiety, depression, a lot of thoughts that were not good for me, and I would struggle to get out of bed. So I'm so happy that I found this morning routine. I'm so grateful that I can be outside because, oh my goodness, COVID, I mean, that put us through the ringer. And I'm so happy that I have trees in my backyard. I'm so happy that I can hear the birds chirping. I can look out and see the trees changing colors. I'm so happy that I have this quiet space for myself that I never really took advantage of before, and I kind of just, you know, didn't, you know, took it for granted, honestly. I'm so happy for my dog because he's very consistent. Like, every day he doesn't have to, but he puts a smile on his face, he wags his tail, and he gets excited and greets everyone so that everyone who walks through the door feels like a superstar. Like, I don't know, gratitude just helps you to realize how much better life is than you realize it, because especially living in America, it's so easy to take things for granted. People take everything for granted, and it's so easy for people to have like a nasty attitude towards each other. Next, after feeding my mind, soul, and spirit, I need to feed my body. I'm starving. So, come. So, I like to pick all natural ingredients to make myself teas. So, we are going to pick some mint leaves. And this is great because, I mean, I only drink herbal teas. I stay away from caffeine. But if we're being honest, like, all natural is the way to go. Like, it's, especially for me, I would struggle with eating vegetables. Not vegetables in general, but they have to be cooked like a certain way for me to eat them. And since my India trip as well, I've just been more into like all natural and eating my vegetables, and like, I don't have to eat a boring cold uncooked salad. I can literally like make curries out of vegetables. So I think that's amazing. But we're picking some mint leaves from my backyard now, and this is such a good idea as well because you know, you can really reap the benefits much more than a packet of mint tea, and it tastes so much better. My trip to Morocco is where I first had like all natural mint tea, and it's just the best thing out there. So I washed off the mint and put it in here with some ginger as well, There's some ginger in here, a big old chunk of it. There it is. And then I saw that there's cooked bok choy on the stove. And like I was telling you guys, it's so hard for me to find vegetables that I like. I'm gonna have some of this bok choy for breakfast, drink some of this tea, and I actually have therapy in a few minutes, so I'm gonna go do that. And I'm gonna tend to Teddy, who again wants to go outside and play. So thank you for spending the morning with me. This really just sets your day up so well. Thank you for enjoying this hour of power with me. I hope you were able to follow along while you were watching. And if not, try it out tomorrow and see how you feel. This is amazing. It just sets the day with so much intention, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, hit subscribe, give this video a like, and comment what else you'd like to see from me. Also comment, let me know if you want any of the prompts that I've been following, and I'd love to give that to you guys. And make sure you follow me on socials to stay connected. Bye.